Mic check 1. Mic check 2.
Tell me why you ain't been calling. Tell me why you waste my time. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. Tell me why you ain't been calling. Tell me why you waste my time. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. I remember how my dark and heavy heart was drifting. Now the rest of it goes. Then I felt the weight of life up in your eyes, so real. But the river, the river keeps turning. You don't talk to me, no reason, no warning. All your words went deep and
God, I can't get enough of that song. Konnichiwa, minasan, it's your boy Dio talking about, so coming in for our new, actually, it's just, hold on, I'm not saying that there won't be more, but I wanted to basically sit down and have a little powwow with you guys, because I like talking to you guys, and let me fix that for you folks, there you go. So basically a lot of stuff has happened in the past few days since we last talked, and I wanted to catch you up on something. But basically, the entire point of this stream is for us to have a little relaxing stream, and for me to communicate a few things that I feel like I need to get off my chest. Are we going to have regular scheduled content today? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna I'm leaning towards the Pokemon Arceus gameplay so we can hurry up and finish that series. Of course, we could also do another episode of Arknights. A lot is available. I'll have another. Alright, so if you're only available in my main content, then feel free to leave this early portion of the stream. I'm going to be ending it in an hour or so, and then we'll start with another schedule, whether it be Magic, Pokemon, RCS, or whatever. We'll get something else out, but I wanted to kind of just chill and talk to you guys while playing a relaxing game. There's also a reason why I picked this game in general, because it's a game where I played as a kid. And you're like, wait, Thomas, what do you call it? Not to. The Pokemon Shining Pearl didn't exist. I'm like, when you're a kid. Actually, guys, for those who don't know, it's actually a remake and of the actual Pearl and Diamond games that came out a while ago. Almost, oh God, it makes me feel old, over a decade ago. And the reason why I want to play this one is because it's gonna bring back some feelings of nostalgia that I want to communicate to you guys right now, and so you kind of understand where I'm coming from later in this discussion that we're about to have, or I should say, this monologue. I like to think we're having discussions. For those of you who are kind enough to leave your comments, whether it be on the YouTube thread or here on Twitch, I appreciate that. So, without further ado, basically, as you can tell from the title, today's topic is the Procrastination Monkey. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, everybody deals with the Procrastination Monkey. But to kind of actually give a name to where you might have heard that word before, if you kind of like, wait, I think I've heard that. There's a gentleman by the name of Tim Urban. He posted a TED Talk about 6 years ago, and to this day, it haunts me. Not because it's a bad one, not because I think he's stupid. In fact, he's probably one of the most intelligent, or at least honest people we've ever had the pleasure of listening to on a TED Talk, and here's why. Throughout most of my life, I've dealt with procrastination, and it's been a demon inside me. Now let's so we can go ahead. There it is. Speaking of nostalgia, look at that intro. So beautiful. I love Palkia. For those of you who have been watching the Pokemon Legends of Arceus playthrough. So Dragon type all the way. So let me turn that down a little bit. Oh wow, that's coming from the TV. There we go. All right. So sorry about that, guys. So long story short, everybody deals with the procrastination monkey. I am no different. Um, in fact, in a lot of ways, I am worse than your average person because I suffer from a condition known as Asperger's. And for any of you hype onto me and be like, "Oh, you shouldn't make fun of a serious condition," no, I'm dead ass. You can talk to my parents. It's a long struggle, and I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. Yes, there are some benefits like being able to have a good memory, but it's very selective, guys. Like I have an abysmal memory on anything I am not, immediately in love with. So, which, like I said, is going to, if anything, it helps out our buddy the procrastination monkey. So, just so you guys know exactly what we're doing, we're going to go into the underground for a little bit right now, so I can kind of chat with you guys. We might even do a little bit of battle tower in just a moment. Yes. Okay. So the procrastination monkey. My condition, of course, makes it very difficult for me to be engaged with anything I'm not absolutely in love with. Which is cool for streaming because I'm in love with Pokemon. I'm in love with all of the other games. Doing this is fun for me. It doesn't force. I'm not having to force anything. It's cool. I like spending my time doing this. It's bad because in this world, you need to actually do some work. I'm not talking about succumbing to and getting a quote unquote real job or anything like that, but I'm talking about like just things that are important to you, but you would otherwise find difficult, require effort, and you're like, well, if something's important to you, don't you think you'd have a really good memory to do it? You'd think that'd be the case, but turns out that the human brain associates what you like and what basically is effortful or takes effort to do something, and automatically it's like, oh, like this came easy to you. It's like, so we're gonna label this as fun, and other whereas you might not really be passionate about I'll give you a perfect example. If somebody, I'm not saying this is the case, but I would say a majority of people would find, flipping a burger on a grill fairly a simple task to do. I'm not saying obvious there are exceptions. There are people who are just culinary incapable, illiterate, if you will. But yeah, for most people, because you watch your parents growing up doing it, or loved ones if you unfortunately didn't have parents, or just friends you've met, you can cook a burger on a grill, and with some pretty good results, I would say. For me, reading has been something that it came to me fairly easy, and not so much mathematics. And you're okay. So, like, where is this leading? Well, as you know, I'm currently trying to pursue a degree in computer science, and you're like, oh, now I can connect the dots. I'm like, yeah, because of my condition, it's pretty hard to remember all these formulas and all these steps to these problems that I have to do. And so, of course, you can be like, well, that's fine. You just have to study. Well, therein lies the problem, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? as I mentioned before, I find it very difficult to, um, remember or to be engaged with anything that I find like you actually physically have to take time out of your day um, to do, and doesn't come easily. And so studying, of course, is one of those things, and it forced. So I, from a very young age, never learned how to study, and it's a little, it's a little crazy admitting that. Um, Especially since like a lot of people in my life I mean, there's no way of saying this without sounding like a douche, but I have a reputation in my private life of people seeing me as somebody with a higher intellect, when reality is I'm just really good at lying. And sounding like I know what I'm talking about. And ton of people know about the type of person that I'm talking about. And yes, I'm fully willing to admit that I am that douche guy that was all like will masterfully pull something out of his ass to make it seem like, oh my god, it's like this guy knows what he's talking about. He can include him in our social circles and stuff like that. Yeah, anything to feel accepted, essentially. And so this has been going on for quite some time, and now I'm 26 years of age and going on 27 this August, and I'm kind of done with it. And you're like, and some of you will be like, well, why now? After, why didn't you feel like? And I could give you 100 different million, what do you call it? Excuses on why that is, but I'm kind of done giving excuses if I'm done, if being honest with you. I just kind of wanted to shed some light onto like a very real problem of the procrastination monkey, and some of the effects is done. So I went to go see a therapist today at the university that I attend, and she basically gave me a set of tools to kind of rid myself of, you know, this fear. Because with lies, I forget where the quote comes from, but there's a really good quote that says, "He who speaks the truth 100% of the time will never have to remember a thing he said in his life," because it's all true, right? You know, it's all things that happened. It's, everybody remembers what they do in their daily life. Again, there are caveats, like my buddy Jose. He has a pretty bad short-term memory from time to time, but it's can be comedic sometimes. But it's just so, and it's been basically it's been costing me time. I've been afraid to kind of shed light on the fact that I'm struggling with my, not with just studies, but like in general. There are a few portions of my life where I wish, I was strong enough to talk to people and ask for help. And today I finally just said, why, like, enough, just like, there's no need to just keep on being miserable and letting the procrastination monkey drive my mental ship. And so I feel like this today I talked to, like I said, the therapist, one of my personal, people that I talked to in my friend group, and he called me out on my bullshit, and that's how you know you have a real friend, by the way. If any of you are currently watching this video and you're fighting with a friend because you didn't like what he or she told you, and I'll give you a listen. I don't know anything about that particular situation, but 99.9% of the time, the reason why it hurts is because part of it or all of it is true. The truth hurts, and me getting told, basically being my proverbial head being rubbed in my own urine basically is the same thing, you know. Reason why I use that thing is because when you're training a dog, you're supposed to rub, not rub like physically rub, but like kind of grab their head gently and then show them that, hey, you know, this is not where you do your business, because this is where you sleep and this is where you eat. Um, and so that's kind of like what I feel happened today. And yeah, it hurts your ego real bad. And for me, like, I like to pretend that I'm not, you know, that dude who'd be like, oh, you know, somebody shattered my ego. Not a big deal. I'm secure enough in my own masculinity. But no, it hurts, guys. It does. And so I just want to say, like, if anything, you guys can just use me as a precautionary tale. Cautionary tale about how bad the procrastination monkey can f up my life. Okay, so I'm also about, for those who would be so bold and right to get on my case and be like, it's like, oh yeah, Thomas, you really fucked up, and this is where um, you know, you let this monkey f up your life. It is worth mentioning that there are things in life that are outside your control, like COVID, for example, or um, depression. Depression is a real thing. I used to be of the mindset of it was just a state of mind. Oh, by golly, no! Like, it's a real thing, guys. Don't let anybody try and convince you that depression isn't real, because it's nasty. I wouldn't wish real depression. I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, and it just kind of prevents you from doing anything. But that's the thing. I've been hiding behind that excuse for a while now, and letting the procrastination monkey get the best of me, and just doing simple tasks, and not only for school and stuff like that, but for just life, you know. And it's I knew, like, today. Well, I've known for years that I had to stop doing this, but the reason why I chose today to kind of cut the cord per se is basically I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't keep lying to myself and to other people, and I decided to confront my demons. This is a cool crown. I can't remember if I caught one. Let's go into my Pokedex. I haven't done much catching, to be fair. Just I wasn't really focused on catching Pokemon in this game. I just using it to competitively battle Manny. You've seen him on the channel before. I don't think I've caught a Crawdont. Okay, you know what? You interest me. I'm gonna catch you. Let's see. One of my favorite Pokemon cards growing up, because my old best friend gave me one, was a Crawdont EX. And so, let's do it. And so, as you can see, this Crawdont stands no chance. What the heck is going on? Sorry, guys. I had a little spill. Nice. Yeah, good. Quick balls are like pseudo master balls. and not a lot of people know about them. I'm not saying they always work, but god dang it, it does feel like they almost always work. Alright, that was nice. Alright, so let's keep moving. Keep grinding. Milk tank. And so where was it? Okay, yeah, so I'd been basically I just wanted to it was causing me problems doing stuff that I liked, and I knew that that was basically the time for me to stop, because I also have a feeling that I used to have this friend. Um, his name was Eli, and I doubt he's ever going to listen to this. I hope one day he does. Um, and me and Eli were pretty decent. I wouldn't say we were like super tight friends. We ran in like different circles in high school, but he was kind enough to, um, you know, listen to my BS when we were in the same high school over at Orange High, and he uh, he just stopped talking to me one day, and this is it's funny because the day before we didn't there were no signs of like me doing anything to offend him, or you know I thought I knew the guy pretty well, but it just goes to show you that some people will only put up with your mess for so long. And no one, by the way, no one is entitled to be your friend. Um, I know where he lives. I could go to his house anytime I want. But the reality of the situation is, I can't force a friendship on somebody. And if the door will always be open for him to reach out and rekindle our friendship, I'm gonna take this as a lesson, though, that I definitely need to change. Because one thing Eli always told me is that um, he was jealous of how easily I was juggling my school and my job, and making and spending time with friends. And looking back at it, I think he might have been telling me subconsciously that I needed to grow up a little bit. Um, and the fact that he's a year older than me anyway, but like there might be a lot of truth to that. And so I'm making it a point to kind of cut the BS from here on out. I after I was done talking to the school therapist. I set up a new SEP. For those who don't know, that stands for Student Education Plan, and we're basically going to go from there and restart. And restarting is scary because, as I mentioned, the whole reason why I was lying and coming up with excuses for not being where I'm supposed to be is because I was terrified of what people thought of me, and what they were gonna say, what my friends would say, if they ever found out that you know I haven't basically I haven't really taken a class in over 3 years, sans the one I took uh, with Jose over here, and even then I wouldn't even count that. I kind of just put school on the back burner because I was afraid of change. I was afraid of growing up. I was afraid of failing too. I don't like the idea of, and I know the whole premise of school is what I'm about to say, but I don't like the idea of, trying your hardest at something and putting it on a silver platter and then having another person have the power to say, yeah, you know what, that sucks, you know, redo it, or, or you just straight up just fail. So subconsciously, I guess I was beating them to the punch. But yeah, I do. What I've learned now is that I'm going to get back on track, and I shouldn't be afraid of where I am in life, because everybody does things differently. But I shouldn't ignore my past. I should confront my demons head on and understand why I'm struggling, and be okay, not man, be a big enough person to understand that I need help, and I need to actually put in effort if I want the things that I like to bear fruit. And that goes with everything too, not just school. But I've been kind of half-assing. I've been saying I've been looking into the whole dating thing, but I've been half-assing it too. Learning a language for a long time. You figure for as long as I've been studying Japanese, I should be nearly fluent, but yet here I am with the language capabilities of a 7-year-old. There we go. So I hope you guys, I didn't bore you too much with that little talk. It's just, I told you guys why I do this channel, and of course you can always mute me when I go into his little rants and stuff like that. But I do hope that some of you do listen, and so that one day I can get some of your feedback. And some of you also might be warning, it's like, well, Thomas, what the hell, man? If you really are that scared of, what your friends are gonna say, god damn, why would you post something this personal on the internet forever? Because that's the thing. I'm no longer scared. You know what I'm really scared of? I'm scared of staying in the loop. The trap of continuously continuously making up excuses for why I'm not happy and why I'm not doing the things that are important to me. And for those of you who are interested specifically, it's like, oh, maybe it's because you don't like computer science. I do like computer science, and I thought about that too. That's one of the conversations that I had with my counselor. It's definitely not that. It's just, it really is just boils down to the procrastination monkey and um, my inability to, sorry, to confront my procrastination. And part of the blame goes to my parents, of course, because yes, I may have lied to them growing up, but if there are any young parents going around, be smart enough to actually check your kids are doing what they say they're doing. Don't trust people at face value, especially kids. Because it's gonna come back to back them in the ass. And part of me wishes my parents were more involved with my life growing up. But there's no reason to sulk about that, because at the end of the day, I made all these decisions, and I am who I am because of those decisions. So if everything goes right in the way it's supposed to go, it's going to be another 2 years before I get my associate's degree. But you know what? I think I'll live. Because I'm finally gonna be able to do my best, because I'm gonna restart, I'm doing this thing called academic forgiveness, and what that essentially is gonna allow me to do is any courses that I may have gotten a D or an F in, I'll be able to erase as if I never did them, but yes, I would have to retake them. And it will boost my GPA, which will help me get into a better school and help me keep my promises to myself, because Lord knows I'm done lying. Not only to everybody that I know and love, but I'm done lying to myself. It's the pretty stone box. Ooh, SP. So yeah, I do encourage you all to check out that TED Talk. It's a pretty beautiful one if you're interested. I think someone just came home. I'm pretty sure it's my dad or my mom. Hey, I'm getting good at these again. You shard. Nice. It's the Chimeco statue. Oh, and everything I told you guys also about applies to my physical health as well. Done making excuses about that. I think I want to do the following though. There's a person. Also, if any of you are in the California area that are watching, just know that right now, the reason why I normally wouldn't be wearing a tank top, but it is like 8:44 at night, and it is still like 80 degrees outside. So some of you might be like, "Oh, that's not too bad." And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty bad, especially when you're a big guy like me." Alright, so what we're doing now is I said, we did a little digging, I got to talk, got to clear my head a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm going to go to Battle Tower and do a nice little small run for you guys. And after that we'll do a regularly scheduled content. Alright, so let's fly. Oh, in this game, I guess you don't fly anymore, right? Yeah. That's a thing now. There's... God, 4th gen was such a cool time. I believe it came out right when I had just started here in California, so it came back to California back in 2008 from Idaho. Fun fact, yeah, I grew up in Idaho. That's why I may be Hispanic, but I don't have the accent. I don't have the Latin fire. Pero yo puedo hablar español. Perfecto. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Battle tower. Yes. Single. Okay, so if I remember, the best type coverage is going to be starting with the D Knight. And then switching to a guard champion. And then finishing up with my Latias. I want to turn on the fan so bad, but I feel like it'll disturb the audio a little bit. I might, if things get like really too warm, just to see how it is. I think just the end of the stream. It's crazy. I'm about to get a swamp cooler. If you were the weather, what would you be now? I'd be a hurricane, because I'm about to rock you. I go D9. I feel like I made the right choice. I don't foresee her being able to do anything to... Maybe a poison powder or a sleep powder. Yeah, we're fine.
How was your day?
Fantastic. Very productive.
Did you pay those loans off?
Yep. I'm currently streaming right now.
Huh?
I'm currently streaming right now.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Do you think investing your time in
Yep.
your profession is better than this or what?
Nope.
Okay. Make yourself proud. Note to yourself.
Alright. Let me go ahead and close that door. Okay. Perfect. The poison point's probably gonna hurt a lot. Wow. You figure a +2 stream speed would have done more damage. Well, I can't use an outrage. Oh, it's because it's not. This is a new person, huh? Damn. I messed up, guys. And that's on me. Hopefully we don't have to... Yep, you might have to pay for it. Ah! That's gonna do... That's what I get for not focusing up. Okay, here we go. If it was just... that's my fault. Okay. It's okay. The good news is that we have Lanius here. And Lanius outspeeds Togetic. Perfect. Oh, you couldn't ask for better. Wow, focus Ash. I wonder why. Maybe a baton pass? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna keep battling. Oh, sorry. There we go. Fix this out. You won't make the same mistake twice now. Toxic's pretty rough, but at least it's not a burn. Vegetative D-Knight had guts. Alright, here we go. Alright, this final Dragon Dance should put us over the top. buddy might die next turn, but at least this all one shot. Don't die. Oh, sweet. Okay. Might as well do an outrage. We'll never be confused. We'll die before that happens. So cart chomp some love. Ooh, turned out the right move. Hit up with that ball though. It's because it's sturdy. Oh yes, because nose passes are notoriously fast. Alright, for this one I think we can set up with the D dances again. There we go. I hope that doesn't cause too much background noise. It was really hot, yes. Tickle. That's a fitting move for an on white. They're just giving us free DA dances, so I'm gonna take it. Okay. Should be able to sweep him with this outrage. Boom. Oh yeah, Corsola is sturdy, huh? Oh no, it's focus dash. It got me. Whatever. Nothing a guard chomp can't handle. Guard chomp taking down a water type? Baka enough. hit it with that. He hardly ever gets to use the move, might as well. Some of you might be asking why I even carry such a move on a physical attacker. And some of you are right. You're some kind of mighty stupid. Number 5, here we go, guys. I remember when I was a kid, and I was doing the battle tower. Actually beat it. Wow, of course you would use a fake out. I feel like fake out shouldn't work if you're using a setup move. Wow. Lucky Shadow Ball. I'm looking for him. That's our second D-dance. Would have been our third. Uh-oh. Hopefully this is not one of those weird sets. Okay. With that, I think we can finish this. Yes, sir. It was just too quick. To be fair, the first 7 aren't really that challenging. I mean, to be fair, this is a pretty overpowered team I use for a deep run, but still. Like, I made a pretty bad mistake and I wasn't really punished for it. Her favorite parasol. It's a chimchar. And it's chimichangas. Hopefully he does not ice punch. If he does, we're in trouble. Look at fire spin, nice. That's gonna hurt. Oh, it's 'cause it's not. It's a resistant, but still, D-Knight's a pretty heavy Pokemon. Okay, let's do another Dragon Dance. And I think with that, there's not a goddamn thing he can do to stop us. Unless he has the Ice Punch. Don't have the Ice Punch. Alright. He's stupid. Uh-oh. This better hit. There we go. The crit did not matter at all. Of course it would survive using a focus sash. To Pachirisu. Will you too have a focus sash? No. If I kill this one within a minute 30, I'll make it under an hour. The ninja technique, no. He's gonna Kage Bushin no Jutsu me into oblivion. Oh my god, I just realized this guy does learn Ice Punch. Lay down. And Thunder Punch. Please don't kill me. Yeah, I have to kill you right now. You're too dangerous to be kept alive. Sorry, buddy. I don't think crit mattered. Could have, but Leon's not a very defensive Pokemon. Watch me still not outspeed this thing. I kinda hope that it uses Detect on the turn that I attack it. Just I want to just prove that extreme speed is king. It's over. How? There's no way. I'm almost certain that Extreme 3 goes before defensive moves. That's weird. Okay. It's not a big deal. I just got a big ring of humble pie though. I can do one D dance to finish them off. Yeah, it's me tripping balls on that acid. Alright, finish him off. Got him. Crit definitely doing. Congratulations, you've beaten all 7 trainers. Make it these battle points of 3. Pitiful. Alright, guys. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed my TED Talk about another person's TED Talk and about the Procrastination Monkey. If you're interested in learn more about that specifically, go ahead and hit that video up. Once again, I'll give you the name. It is Tim Urban, Inside the Mind of a Master Procrastinator. Procrastinator. This video right here. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for those of you who bothered joining in and hear me ramble about my personal issues. I'm probably not gonna be so verbal about it in the next portion of the stream. I just wanna, keep it light and airy and have fun. So, yeah. If you're interested in seeing some of our regular scheduled program, stick around. Just go ahead and it'll be about 5 minutes for me to set up the next portion up, and then we'll get started. So, I'll see you all in about 5 minutes. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube or as a VOD, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and of course, hit me up with a follow if you're on Twitch. It's free. And just know that I love you guys, and I hope to see you all next time. Ara ara, sayonara.